Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I've called it a book review, but I don't think that's the right word or the right term, because it's not really a review, it's just letting you know what I thought of the books I read while I was on holiday, basically. I mean, I went on holiday for 19 days and I got through 5 books. 5 books. There's also a few other books I want to chuck in here just that I want to talk about because I love them and I think you guys will love them too. So it's not really a review, it's just a chatty little video taking you through the books I read, what I liked about them, what I didn't. I'm not going to spoil anything, don't worry, no spoilers. I'm just going to briefly go over what I thought about them without ruining it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Let's get into it. The ones I want to start with are the ones that I didn't read on holiday. And I thought I would start with Zoella's books. If you haven't read them, you are seriously missing out. Like, I love them. This got me back into reading. I mean, it used to take a lot for me to get into a book, whereas now I love reading, but I just feel like I always put it last. Like, if I have other things to do, I always put reading behind them. So I need to stop doing that because I love reading so much. So yeah, there's this one, which is the first one, and if you guys don't know, it's just kind of like romance and I don't know, it's just good, just really good. It's really well written. I really loved it, really got me back into reading. And then of course the second one came back out, which is On Tour, which if you don't know, like, they go on tour. I don't want to give anything away by saying what kind of tour, but they go on tour, and it's like more romancy and about relationships and friendships, and it's really cute. It's a really good book. Like, I just loved it. I didn't want it to end, and I know the third one's coming out soonish, so I'm super excited to get it. But yeah, love both of these so much. There's also this book, which I did not read on holiday, but again, just wanted to mention because it's another book that got me into reading, and that is The Fault in Our Stars. I mean, I read this before I watched the film, so I feel like that was a better way to go about it, because if I watch a film and then try and read a book, I just get bored because I know what happens. I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but that's just how my mind works, I guess. I can't read if I know what's going to happen. But yeah, beautiful book. Beautiful. So sad, so lovely though, and it's just, oh, you just got to read it. If you haven't read it or seen the film, do one of them. You've just got to experience this storyline. I mean, there is more detail in the book, so it is better than the film in my opinion, but I love the film completely as well. Anyway, those 3 books I recommend reading, but I did not read it on holiday. Now on to the books that I did read on holiday. I started off with this one, which is called Eleanor and Park, and it's basically about like 2 people and how they meet, and it's like, it's really strange. I've never read a book quite like it. It's got 2 perspectives in it, so it's Eleanor's perspective and Park's perspective, and it's like changes between them, and it is really good. I just didn't like the ending. I feel like they needed to end it better. I don't know if there was a few books here I didn't really like the ending of. I don't know whether it's just because I'm hard to please or if they could have just done something a bit better. I don't know, but it still doesn't put me off the book at all. Like, I'm so glad I read it. I really loved it. It's basically about 2 people who meet in quite a, well, I say strange place, not really a strange place. They meet, they don't really speak, but then like you watch how they interact and you go through their like story, and it's really cute. It's quite different. It's quite a different love story, I would say, and it really shows like the slow process of their relationship, which I just think is really nice. So yeah, I did really like that, but the ending I was a little bit disappointed. Then I went on to this book, and oh my god, I love this book. I wanted to read this so bad while I was on holiday, because I knew if I read it when I wasn't on holiday, I would want to be on holiday, which is so true, because this is all about Greece, or Zakynthos, I don't know how you say it, but the Greek island. And it's basically about a girl who has like a family history there and she didn't realise, and she goes and she finds out loads of things about her life that she never knew about, and there's romance in it as well. I love romance books, so most of these have romance in. In fact, I think all of them have romance in. It made me want to live in Greece, basically. And it just is all her little friendship she makes on the island, and the way they describe some of the beaches and the places they go to and like the things they see. It's just incredible. So loved that. I can't remember how that ends. Oh yeah, I liked how this one ended. I liked how that one ended. I thought that was quite a cute ending. Okay, and then I went on to this one, which is Everything Everything, which, oh my god, I love this. It's very quick. Like, I read this in 2 sittings, like 2 days. I read half of it on the beach one day, and then when I went back to the beach the next day I read the other half. It's quite quick. Like, I really like quick chapters because it's like quite fast moving. It's got a lot of like oh, what's it called, a lot of illustrations in it, like a few little illustrations, and I'm pretty sure there's like texting and yeah, like emails. There's like email conversations and texts and stuff. It's a very, very good book, and it is very quick to read, I think, which I personally really like. I like that it's like it keeps you involved and like things are quite quick. So I like the way that it's structured. And then the story, I think it's just such a clever story. It's basically about a girl who's allergic to the world and she hasn't left her house in 17 years. And then someone moves in next door and they see her through the window and they ask her if she wants to come out on to meet them and stuff, just because they're moving into the neighbourhood. And then it's like, yeah, they get a bit curious as to why she can't go outside. And so it's again like quite romance. It's very cute. I remember how this ends and I kind of liked it as well. It's almost like I just want it to carry on. I want to know what happens after that bit, but it was a very good book and a real page turner for me because of the short paragraphs. I'm really bad at describing books. I don't know why I'm doing a video like this, but I'm doing it anyway. You're getting it anyway, and it's blurry. Okay, so the next one that I read is The Cozy Tea Shop in the Castle, and I read this just after I had been to Peniscula Castle. If you guys watch my vlogs, you've seen that vlog where I put Game of Thrones was filmed here. And I've been to Peniscula Castle quite a few times, but this is the first time I've been there since Game of Thrones. But anyway, I love the castle. It's so beautiful and it just made me want to read this. I knew that this was going to be the next one I was going to read because that just made me think of the castle. So I read this one next, and this one was so nice. It was a bit different to my other ones, and I love baking, and it's all about baking and tea shop and romance again within the castle, and it's just very, very good. It's all about her trying to make her dream come true and seeing if she can handle running her own tea shop. It's about her building her kind of new tea shop that she's suddenly got, and it's about who she meets there and how that intertwines, and quite light-hearted, but there is a little bit of drama in there as well. There is some drama in there as well, but it's just super nice. I just loved it. Oh my god. Okay, moving on to the last book, and that is All the Bright Places. Now, I was going to read this one first because so many people told me I'd love it, but I thought, what if I cry while I'm on holiday? Because people said I was going to cry it, and I didn't finish this on holiday. I actually finished it here, but I got halfway through on holiday, and this is just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so lovely. So it's basically about someone who wants to take his life and someone who is devastated by her sister's life being taken, and it's very interesting how it all intertwines and they help each other out, basically. It is very sad, but it's beautiful as well. And at the bottom it says, "The next Fault in Our Stars, this is it." So if you know what Fault in Our Stars, you know how sad that is. You can tell how sad this will be. Those are all of the books that I read. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've inspired you to read some books, because honestly all the ones I've mentioned are amazing, and I am sure you will love them if you love romance and a little bit of lightheartedness and a little bit of drama in there. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of them or have got them ready to read, because I'd love to know, and I'd love to know what you thought about them as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to see more. There will also be a link in the description to last week's video if you want to check that out, and also to my vlog channel if you want to check that out. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye! Everyone's embarrassing when they're younger, aren't they? You just don't realise at the time. So